Professor Berg, one of the great ideas here is that the bad guys always want to launder money and they'll always find a way to do it. Do you have any confidence that we can substantially diminish or eliminate money laundering?
As you say, I don't think we can eliminate money laundering. We can make it much more difficult. We can reduce it. But we are up against some pretty serious criminals. And in all areas, other areas of criminality, those are likely to go on and find new ways. Our job is to make life more difficult for them. But to believe that we can eventually eliminate it, I do not.
Right. To be direct about this, do you blame Mr. Putin? I mean, is it basically a national ethos which says, let's get the money through Europe, through Estonia, through Denmark, whatever? Or is it much more sophisticated than just saying it's the leadership of Russia that's not stopping this?
I think it's more than the leadership of Russia, but I think also the environment in Russia plays a large role. It's clear that sort of Scandinavian culture in terms of having trust and confidence has clashed with the way business is being done in Russia, and we've had our lessons which we need to learn from. But I think independent of whether it's Russia or it's some other place, we need to up our lines of defense, we need to up our standards so that these things do not happen again.
Given what you've said about the difficulties in tackling money laundering, Jesper, we're often, of course, guilty of trying to regulate for the previous crisis. Where are the areas of weakness that you still think exist in financial services today? Is it in smaller banks? Now the big banks have come up against this problem.
Now, clearly, smaller banks are more exposed because the larger banks now know that this is deadly in terms of reputational risk, and therefore the smaller banks are more at risk and money will find new ways to flow. It's a little bit like water. I also think that sort of on top of the money laundering issue, which are clearly important, we should not forget as regulators that there are many other risks out there. Cyber risk is one of the things which keep me awake at night, and so we are fighting on several fronts, and we should not think that if we get it right on money laundering, we got everything right.